What's going on? Here we are, Bitcoin on the surge. Going to do a quick update. Let's give a chance a few people to get in here. What up, Javi? Bourbon, Dead Rabbits, Outlaw, Cody, Martin. A crazy morning. Boy. Go over a few things. I know people in the Discord just now, they're wanting me to give objectives and stops for trades. I'm going to explain that's just not the way I roll. I mean, Wyckoff does recommend, obviously, anytime you place an order, have a stop level and your profit objective, but those things are not in concrete for me, especially not in crypto. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to not give away everything here. People in Discord are paying for it. We got 700 plus people over there, $40 a month. It's pinned to the top of my Twitter if you want to join. If you join now, you're going to get billed again August 1st, which is not cool. That's the way Patreon does it. Only way around that is to pay with crypto. So hit me up on Twitter. You can pay with crypto for the rest of this month and then go back to paying online if you want, or pay now and it'll hit you up in 30 days for another payment. So, but again, yeah, when I first bought 10,650 and hold on a second here. Really wasn't prepared for this, so you're going to have to bear with me. Got too much going on. When I bought the 9650, I said no stops. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't going to have a stop. I just wasn't going to do it while we were panicking. I've had a lot of success, so I wasn't worried about getting hurt. And then I said buy more at 9250 when we got this break here. And then at 9250, I did throw an 8850 stop in. But if you're in Discord, you just got to wait for me to add my stops and objectives. Obviously, I have guesses on objectives, but they're not in concrete. Everybody knows I throw up a couple roadmaps, tell us where we're going. But I don't really post that on the trade all the time. I post roadmaps where I'm guessing, but if I'm long now, I'm not going to have a sell. I don't have any idea where the sell's coming from. It's going to come from when I get a divergence on my software. So we're going to go to, obviously we're not going to do anything until the technometer gets 38's a buy, 50's a sell. So we're nowhere near a 50, we're at 43, that's not even neutral. So we got a ton of room to rally here. We're going to wait till that starts deteriorating. And then hopefully, what's up, Kerry? Kenneth? And then hopefully you're going to get some type of divergence on price and volume. The best would be price is not going up by volume. As if volume is coming in plus, it means people are buying. If price isn't responding, then that's bearish. So you can see this is the last day and a half or so. Nothing there really to give us anything. This sell-off cleared down to 9250, 9300, way deeper than I expected. And as some PCG clients know, I said use a stop at 9250. Some people had larger positions. I did scatter some 9260, 9270. I did get stopped out of some positions here. A few positions, not nearly 100% no, just some minors. Because I have so many positions that I wasn't stacking them all at 9250. I stacked a few on top of that. So I got hurt a little bit, but I stopped out some here that I bought over here at 9250 for a scratch. So again, I had no problem with it coming down and doing a 9400. I never thought it would come any lower. So let's go back to same chart but for a month. So when OP and price has a divergence, that will tell me that maybe we've reached an objective. So let's go to the monthly first. I give away a lot here for free, but in Discord, I'm obviously changing my minds. So watch me on YouTube. I think you'll get quite a bit of value. But if you really want to get specific, I need to be in Discord. Now here's going back for the correction since 13.5. It looks like to me we've had an A, B, C down, an A, B, C up, which we traded perfectly. And I'm guessing now we've had 5 waves to the downside. That's what the move was to 9,100. So that could be a huge ABC completed. You can see volume. Reason we didn't like this rally up here because volume was in a sideways flat correction. That's why we were selling at 13,100. We caught the high here exact, and then you had 5 waves down. I had thought maybe it would be an ABC for a triangle, so I did bought up here, lost a little bit, bought again, made a little bit, net lost a hair, and then when we came down for the 5th wave, put orders in again to buy. Now, the cryptos gives you no time to sleep, so my lifestyle at the moment is pretty screwed up. So here, let's go back. So if you've had an ABC down, we need to go to hold on here a second. Let's go to the 3-hour chart. Here's one possibility, I think. I just showed you the ABC down, the ABC up, and an A down for 5 waves. So this could be a B wave up. Yes, it could stop here. I would think it'll take out this high. I would think my software will have to deteriorate before we call the B wave high. So I'm looking for something up here. I don't know if it's 11.4. I don't know if it's... There's 10.7 Bitcoin. I don't know if we're going to run up to 12.4. So I'm just guessing 11.4, 11.5. We'll see what the software looks like, and we'll make a call. If that's not the layout, then it could be this, which is way more bullish. We've had a huge ABC down, and we're going to do a huge ABC back up, which takes us possibly to new highs. So I had said at 13.5 over here when we gave a sell on an overbought technometer that we'd have a correction. We've had a 6-month rally. We need some type of correction. I don't think it can be over with from June 26th to July 17th. So that's why I think this is the first leg down of it. And then you got to have some type of, this is probably an A. We're going to go up for a B. And again, we're going to do a triangle. We're going to go further down, or we're going to do, this could be a 5 waves. Where we still go down and do the 8,000 that I've talked about. So that's also, I think, on the table. But here we are sitting over here, 10.6, 10.7. I think we have more upside. I have stops on positions I raised after the break this morning. I'm not giving the stops out on YouTube. Too many people hunt stops, so we're not doing that. So again, we've called a decent low. There's got to be higher here. I really think it's going to be probably quite a bit higher because as I showed you, the technometer over here is 42, 43, which means there's a much more upside to come. So I think you trail a stop and let this thing go. That's Bitcoin USD. Bitcoin USDT isn't really going to be any different. What's up, Sir Best? Hey, Heather. Here's Bitcoin USDT. Again, for new people, 240 people in here at the moment. This is 5-minute intraday Bitcoin. Below it's going to be volume. Volume and price need to move together. That's how strong moves are made. This charting software is what giving us the buys on Bitcoin since the lows. Again, anybody new, we really have had 14 or 15 buys on the way up since the lows at 31.20. We had a sell at 13.5, and we had a buy down here at the, well, that was 10.250 down to 10. Sold the high at 13.1, and jockeying around now to try to get this wave 2 in down here, or again what I think is the start of the wave 2. As we go back to some longer term charts, I own WyckoffSMI.com, so I do 95% Wyckoff, but in cryptos I do throw some Elliott Wave on because there's so many emotional people here that I think Elliott Wave also helps. So I'll do Wyckoff buy and sells, and I throw some Elliott Wave on it after the fact, basically. So here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what 13.5 we thought the move was over with, and we called probably a 2 or 3 month correction. I got a bunch of obviously markings on here, but I think again that's ABC down in red, if you can see that. I think that's the first part of the correction, and then we're going to get an ABC back up. We're going to do a triangle. We're going to do a flat, something, I don't know. I don't think nobody knows. The software is pretty good for saying where we're going to be 3 weeks out. I think is the strong point. So if you had a buy signal down here, looks like obviously we had an ABC. This would have been a spring of this. If you do Wyckoff, you want to buy springs and uptrends. So it sprang the 9600 level and then ride strongly off of it. So that's a spring and an uptrend. This could be reaccumulation, which again is what I think it is. I said we could fall down to 8,000. I don't think that's in the cards now because I think, as everybody knows, all these other coins have gotten hammered. I think they've already had their corrections. Ethereum, I talked about it, could fall to 220. That was previous fourth wave. We fell down really to 190. So again, that is, I think that's enough. It'd be nice to see Ethereum come up here and touch a 330, 340 for a B wave and then have more sideways. So I think Bitcoin stays firm here. Complex, I got you right now. Yeah, so on this here, this is a 4 hour or 3 hour. I think we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. I called that really live. I said support would be 220 back down here. So again, we got a spring kind of an uptrend here, but that's you know, that corrected price wise plenty. Time wise, we might need a little bit more. But again, that could be it. We could really be ready to scream the upside here. So I think you just got to try to figure it out. But I do think that's probably the first wave down. We got a bunch more sideways trading to go for a few more months. That's my guess. Again, all we'll do is watch the software, watch the price and volume, and try to figure out where this thing could stop here short term. I've tried to show some Elliott Wave where I think that was a 1-2 ended this morning. We're working on a 3. I'm not calling this level over with for the 3. I'm just trying to show it. I think we need to get above this 11.1 on this rally, whether it's the wave 3 or the wave 5. That rally this morning was so quick, hard to subdivide, so we could stop here. I think you'll get a point where you could add on some Bitcoin if we get some type of sideways here. I'll try to figure that out for our short-term Discord channel. Again, anybody new, if you want to join Discord, go to patreon.com/learncrypto. Well, hold on. Here's the link. Or go to the top of my Twitter where it's pinned. Again, it's going to ask you for 40 bucks. If you pay that, you're going to pay again August 1st. If you don't want to do that, you got to pay in crypto or you got to wait till August 1st. So that's something we can't change. That's a Patreon setup. So again, I think 5 waves here, then you'll have a pullback, and then you'll have still higher prices. But this could complete an A up, this could complete the B, so we got to give this thing some time to continue. Appreciate it, John Paul. I did, luckily enough, I did catch Litecoin yesterday at 90. This rally looked really good. This sideways correction here looked good, so I did recommend in Discord to buy some at 90. I think that still goes higher as well on Litecoin. It had a huge correction. I think probably it was an ABCDE down, which is why I was kind of thinking some type of low was in place. That's probably an A, and again, we need sideways to higher up here. Maybe we could see 130. Ethereum I just discussed. Came incredibly deep. I expect something to rally here as Bitcoin rallies. Yeah, the Elliott Wave link, you're welcome for that. If you want to learn Elliott Wave, you got to go to the master. You got to go to the Prechter and Frost book. Again, that's on my Twitter. Let's go back to my profile. It's also in Discord in the welcome area. But somewhere here. Somewhere on here is the link for the Elliott Wave. So check that out. You'll see it somewhere on here. Quick link. Book for free online. ETC got hammered as well. This is one that we liked higher. Luckily, appreciate it, Antonio. This is Elliott Wave, 5 waves up, and I think an ABC down, completed. So again, probably not the end of the correction. Could be, because that was a pretty big correction. Or again, we rally here higher, mess around, spend a few more months back and forth. BCH, we had sold some of that on the 500 spike here. Hold on, I think I got this counted here. Yeah, there we are. That was the light blue 5 waves up for Elliott Wave. Not sure exactly how to count this. This kind of looked like a triangle. I mean, support was back down here at 229. So again, I just think we've done some type of probably 5 waves down. We get an ABC rally back up here, and then maybe another sell-off below 250. I'm not sure. I really trade these things off of Bitcoin more than anything. I got you, Sajin. There looks like somebody posted our free link. So check that out. That is the only book you need to read on Elliott Wave. You got to go to Elliott Wave International, Robert Prechter. I mean, I know there's lots of other Elliott Wave people out there, so I'm not saying they're not good. I would mention a few more names. Because there is other people, but I think if you're starting out, you need to go with the original. Here's XRP, one that we haven't really traded much recently. Came clear back to the 28 support. Again, I would think it would bounce. I'd mentioned up here maybe we could have another ABC down. I guess maybe that's what that was. I haven't paid as much attention to Ripple. Been a very hard one to trade. NEO once again came way back deep. I'd mentioned you could buy that when Bitcoin fell to 92.50 or the 91.50. I'd said you could pick up some of the alts that you like that had gotten hammered. So that would have got you in down there at 10.50. If you want to learn Wyckoff, you've got to go to wyckoffsmi.com. We got a $1,000 course there that used to be $1,700. It's online, but you get a 560-page book as well to study along with. If that's too much for you, go to learncrypto.io for $2.99. And if that's too much for you, go back to Wyckoff SMI, go to the library, search Wyckoff, read what you can for free. But be careful. There is some things out there being presented from Wyckoff, and it has mistakes on it. So I prefer you stay close to what we do or read Wyckoff books from Amazon. I'm not trading Link as much. I mean, that's really more Nick. I have given some ideas for PCG. I've done a little bit. I've done a little bit of Atom. Here's Link. I know he had given really good trades on this, and I think he was a buyer at 255 on down after selling higher. So that's a good chart. Again, when I like Bitcoin, go ahead and buy Link and Atom and some of these at the same time. I think that'll help you. But that's definitely an impulse move there. Support would have been $1.77 for sure. It didn't come that low. Atom is another one that Nick is on. I did nibble a little bit of that at 434, I think it was. Really, really, really small positions. And everybody knows we do trade these things. I do private client group where I manage clients' assets for 3%. If you're interested in that, go to learncrypto.io. Click the private client group tab at the top. And we also have given some, let's go back here. We got some other trades working very well for us. GDX, which I think is kind of appropriate for the cryptos. Surging again today. We're long this thing from 20.50. We added on up here at like 25.40. Looking for much higher prices. Our stops trailing. This has been a home run, especially even the last 2 days. We gave that to the Discord as well for free. We sell that at Pro Traders at Wyckoff SMI, but it's also in the Discord. Not guaranteed to get all the Pro Traders, but you get quite a few of them. And then we're long TLT. That's been a big home run this year in a mutual fund strategy. We've been long this one. Back down here for the mutual fund. And we gave another buy here Monday morning at the opening. So that's about $1.50 in our favor. We also gave a sell on stocks for Monday morning's opening. And we caught that exact. Monday morning's high was the high. We're short there, no stop yet, but I will be placing one. Probably a break even because we fell enough. But we'll watch that here. Would expect maybe a little bump here for a day or a day and a half, and then hopefully further downside. UUP, trying to be short dollar index, getting close to our stop. Hasn't taken us out, and then today we get back to where we actually, on this trade, we got a small loss, nothing major. I still think the dollar, if you bring this up, this is a 3-month chart. Go out to the 1 year, you can see we could have quite a bit of downside still. I think this is distribution. A lower dollar helps cryptos. So pay attention to that. Gary MC's in here. What's up, Gary? Let's go back to Bitcoin. Get rid of all the extra. There we are in the 5-minute chart. So again, I think this is, if you do LA wave, this is a 1, 2. We're working on a 3. Impulse wave higher. I would think, just guessing, we're going to get above 11.1. Software is not going to give a sell there, I would highly doubt. So raise your stops. I'm going to take a few hours off here. I've been swamped with new accounts and trades, etc. Discord's on fire. If you're in Discord, if there's too much going on there for you, just get notifications on the chart, stock crypto area, maybe the short-term trading area. You can always search what Nick and I are saying, so you'll see anything we've said during the day. It's very easy, top right search. So if you don't like all the chatter going on, just do that and mute all the chatter. And also at wyckoffsmi.com, I do a pro traders where I give the GDAX, the TLT trades, etc. It's $40 a month. I'm also going to throw just Bitcoin trades in there. So all you want is a Bitcoin trade, buy, sell. I'm doing that over there. It'll be by email. It won't be by Discord. I think a lot of people a little older don't want to be in Discord, don't want to have the notifications, so they'll take an email. So that's what I'm doing over there. Strictly Bitcoin. Really, you're not going to get anything else. And then the usual stocks and ETFs. If you're asking when the software is ready, you must be in the crypto software ready for subscribers. I'm still not offering that yet. That is still my intent. It still has work being done on it. I think I'm going to offer it, but also we might try to launch a hedge fund where we wouldn't offer it. We'd use it for the hedge fund because we're using it now for PCG accounts that we manage. CoinGhost, I wrenched you. Yeah, we're swamped with success. Bill just kept our nose down and stayed with it. So a lot of that's keeping the news out of your head, keeping all the chit chat out of your head, all the YouTube channels. Obviously, I tell you just to follow me and keep it simple. Do Wyckoff. A little bit LA way, but I do say that is the answer. So if you go to my Twitter, there's also the link. I presume that's my link there. Not sure what my link looks like. But that's probably all I really got. Again, I've raved stops for PCG accounts. I'm not giving that live on air. Got some stops on Ethereum and Litecoin as well. I do post quite a bit on Twitter, but there's so many paying members in Discord. That's where I'm giving total details, trying to follow it up on Twitter to try to provide some help to Twitter followers, YouTube followers. If you really want to learn Wyckoff, go to wyckoffsmi.com or learncrypto.io. So I'm going to run the outro about who is Wyckoff. Some people don't know who it is. Big trader, early 1900s, that brought volume into the equation. I don't know where Matt is. Not my son. He worked for me, built websites for me. He's probably got himself in some troubles. Whales, I'm sure, are always trying to run stops. The thing is, as everybody knows now, I manage, if you're in PCG, you were supposed to give me new APIs for 3 commas. Keep the old ones, but make me new ones, because 3 commas does not let the exchanges see stop orders. So they did not see my stop orders down there at 10,250. Anybody watches, I had a shit ton of stop orders at 10,250 Binance. So people are saying my stops are being looked at. I'm guessing they might try to run them. But you got to realize this is 10,252. I was $2 away from liquidating a shit ton of Bitcoin at the exact low. So I said I did get stopped out a little bit. Most of it would have been some partials for clients where I'd added on and just put a stop a hair higher. So I think they gun for stops. I'm not going to agree that they're gunning for mine. If they were gunning for mine, they missed it by $2, which would have took nothing to pick me up. I had a shit ton in there, so they didn't get me for the majority of my orders. Again, 3 comments doesn't show that. The only way a whale would know where my stops is by me saying it in Discord. I've been told that in Discord I got people in there watching and spreading it. So maybe they knew I was there, they just couldn't reach me because there's too much buying down here to flip it. I've got to give my stops in Discord, obviously. I'm trying to work with that. I might start giving more of a range, but I'm not sure. I'll deal with that as I can. Right, Discord members. I had someone ask me today, where was the buy on Litecoin at 90? All trade. You got to read the welcome section. Explains all that to you. All of Nick and I's trades are in charts, stocks, cryptos. Turn notifications on for that channel. Everything is in there. All you got to do is scroll up. You'll see you'll see all my trades, but you'll see my last few. So it's simple. Go there. That's it. Turn notifications on for that channel. Turn everything else off if you have to. And then if you come in once during the day, you can do a search in the top right hand for Todd Father, and it'll show everything I've said to everybody. If you want to research something that I said, you can click jump to. It'll take you right to the conversation. So it's very simple. If you like talking, I mean, there's 700 people in there, back and forth, a lot of channels. Some people don't want that. So, right. It's pretty simple in there. When you go to Patreon and pay the $40, we get notification, and if we're not asleep, which I'm only asleep about 4 hours a day, Nick's usually asleep, I'm going to say between 10 and 6. I'm asleep probably between 2 and 7. So, but otherwise, once you pay the Patreon, we send you a Discord invite link. That'll get you in. So you might have to wait a little bit if you do it between 3 and 7 Central Standard Time in the morning. Otherwise, Nick and I are probably both asleep. Carrie takes care of a little bit of it. She covers more of the back end and the billing. But, and again, if you pay now, you're going to be good till August 1st, and you're going to be linked up for another 40. The only way around that is to pay crypto right now directly to us. And then Carrie would ask you to pay again in 30 days, or ask you to pay August 1st if you just pay for half a month right now. I'm sleeping when I can. You just heard my one alarm. I got a computer system by my bed with alarms. So things start moving, alarms start going off, I get my ass up. Right. Now I'm not supposed to tell the whales when I sleep. So. But that's it, guys. 10.5 on Bitcoin. I think we still go higher. Trailing stops. Wyckoff has killed it. I got to blow my horn one more time. Appreciate it, Adam R. Here's the 4-hour Bitcoin chart. We've showed this every time before we go live. Down here at 31.50, I think was our first buy, 31.45. We've given, I think it is like probably 17 buys on the way up. We had no sells till 13.5. We went live and said we had a technometer going to overbought. Any surge higher from here is dangerous. We gave a buy then on the break down to 10,000. Perfect sell at 13.1. I got a little flip-flop down here trying to buy a rally above this low, and then also had to buy the break of the low. So we've navigated that not too bad. We've taken a shitload of money out of the markets. It's all Wyckoff, technometer, OP, with Elliott wave thrown on top of it. Elliott wave's giving me the roadmap to how far something can go, but the software really is telling me when to pull the trigger. So, thank you, Bill. Nick and I was down there. Nick mortgaged his house. right at the lows. They didn't get it done in time till I think he paid 3,400 for Bitcoin. He had to wait like 7 days. If you don't believe these buys, go back, listen to YouTube, ask a bunch of followers. They all know. All those buys all the way up and no sells. We had some short-term LA wave sells here because we got so many people in Discord. That's why it's a little mumbo jumbled up here, because I'm trying to keep people happy. If you look, I get a trade about every 3 weeks. So if you join Discord and wait 3 weeks for a trade, you might not be happy. Even like right now, if you miss this buy, people want to know where to buy. I'm going to try to give you a buy entry here on Bitcoin if you go into the 5-minute chart. So I will try to give some further clarification for people. Because I should have sold the house. Exactly. He could have bought a whole damn new one. So I am a registered investment advisor. I do have regulators. This is not investment advice. It's solely for education. Let me run this. Hold on 1 second.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
All right, guys, like I said, I do this. We manage money in the space. So I don't talk the trades. I got to do them. Again, I'm going to run the outro. Who is Wyckoff? Wyckoff is Titan of technical analysis, brought Wyckoff volume into the equation. So I'm going to run this outro. Hit me up if you need anything. T.Butterfield at wyckoffsmi.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Discord, whatever. Have a good one. I'm out of here. See you.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.